Hello, and welcome to my 5 commodity themes for 2024. This year, I'm pleased to present them as a senior associate of the leading consultancy Independent Economics, where I've linked up with eminent colleagues to form a sustainability practice, providing advice to business people and policymakers. A recent speaker on the BBC's long-running daily broadcast, Thought for the Day, summed up 2023 as being good only for oil producers, defence manufacturers and Taylor Swift. And indeed, all are relevant for commodity markets. So theme 1 is the Taylor Swift effect, where prices for her concert tickets have gone stratospheric. It's a classic case of a limited supply source, which can only adjust slowly to unexpected demand from new Swifties, which is exactly what happened in most commodity markets in 2022, as Russia's attack on Ukraine caused upheaval in long-established supply sources. In 2023, however, oil and gas markets overcame another year of record demand, wars in Ukraine and the Middle East, Houthi attacks on shipping, and successive cuts in OPEC Plus production. According to the EIA, Brent crude prices averaged $83 a barrel in 2023, down approximately $19 on 2022, and ended the year $4 lower than they started. Taylor Swift adjusted supply by releasing a film and adding concert dates. Oil and gas markets also responded with new supply sources, providing resilience which looks set to stay in 2024. Second, big oil continues to evolve its strategic response to the new energy environment. In North America, the increasing reluctance of financial institutions to provide capital to hydrocarbon producers and the maturity of production fields led Chevron, Exxon, and Occidental to make major acquisitions. European energy majors, facing strong domestic pressure to diversify, continue to struggle with the realities of economic returns on major renewable projects, with BP, Equinor, Ørsted, and Iberdrola all abandoning major North American wind projects in the face of cost inflation. While especially in the so-called global south, Guyana, Venezuela, Brazil, oil producers seemed able to respond to the price signals with higher volumes. Thirdly, after record high global temperatures in 2023, 2024 promises to accelerate global efforts on climate change. COP28 may have disappointed many with its tepid final statement, but a groundbreaking attempt to reduce methane emissions is a substantive attempt to tackle emissions where the impact can be greatest soonest. With Biden's Inflation Reduction Act providing massive subsidies to facilitate the energy transition, each of the 3 major emitting blocs, US, China, and the EU, are now walking the walk as well as talking the talk. Such scale of investment is likely to lead to further technological innovation and economies of scale. The turbulent geopolitical scene gives further incentive to accelerate home-produced renewable energy. Citizens, however, still seem reluctant to pay, even if polls invariably show that they are concerned about climate change. The politicization of climate change led some policymakers to slow down, even in carbonisation-leading countries such as the UK and Switzerland. Fourth, many commentators are calling 2024 the year of elections, with over 4 billion people going to the polls. The outcomes, for varying reasons, look surprisingly predictable in most cases, with the huge exception of the US. If former President Trump were to return to the White House, the drama would undoubtedly extend to commodity markets. The likely undermining of NATO would challenge global energy supply systems, while a Trump 2 administration would presumably seek to reverse the Inflation Reduction Act. And Trump 1 showed us that the administration favoured using tariffs on imports even if higher prices resulted for US consumers. Lastly, 2024 looks set for gold to return to centre stage after steadily rising to near record levels in the last quarter of 2023. Central banks are buying the yellow metal as they seek to diversify away from a weakening dollar and a US administration increasingly willing to use financial sanctions as a diplomatic tool. With expectations of lower interest rates in 2024 reducing the cost of holding gold, gold may resume its historic role as the safe haven asset, assisted by the collapse of confidence in the cryptocurrency markets. I wish you a happy, successful, and above all, a peaceful 2024.